This is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Suck, suck.
Hello, kids. Welcome back to Unlimited Justice. Welcome to 2025.
Happy New Year!
Woo!
Where's the confetti?
I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that cosmic menace. It is.
Sinestro did nothing wrong. Lilith Hellfire.
Wow. That's right, kids. We're back, and again, over here, as in with many of our shows, we're going to be starting John Byrne January, featuring tales from John Byrne, among others, because sometimes he just pencils, sometimes he does it all. But this time, well, over here, we're going to, this and the next two episodes, we're going to do the 10th Circle story from JLA, so we're going to cover
I was
two issues at a time.
when I went to go look at this, I was like, why the hell I was like, oh yeah, John Byrne January.
Yeah.
Anytime I see Chris Claremont's name in like a DC thing, my eye twitches just a little bit. Doesn't keep cute for me.
Oh yeah, that's the funniest thing. Yeah, not only is this a Byrne, it's a Claremont too. Yeah.
Little Ordway too, you know.
What?
Little Jared Ordway.
Yes, yeah. But I think when Byrne and Claremont get together, yeah, it's a special kind of crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, might as well have Grant Morrison in the back of the bullpen there, if you know what I mean. Almost just those mushrooms for everyone.
Anyone want some weaponized celery? Here you go. All right. All right, should we jump into these?
Let's do it.
Thank God there are synopses, because I don't know if I could explain these without... oh, no.
Yeah, without sounding like you've been skiing in the snow, I know. Building a snowman, you know.
White Christmas, yeah, I know.
Everyone loves cocaine.
Been indulging in the South Park Christmas special.
Alright, so we'll do the first two today here. It all starts in JLA number 94.
Random, but okay.
I know, man, it was like 94 to 99. I was like, okay. You like interrupted Joe Kelly.
Back in the day where you could just do whatever you wanted, apparently.
Well, I think if you were Byrne and Claremont, you probably could.
True.
Kind of.
I love how they're like, together again. It's a threat, not a problem.
John Byrne, Chris Claremont, Jerry Ordway. All right, so yes, JLA number 94, May 2004. Because, oh yeah, kids, them early 2000s were.
Oh, what a graduation present.
Oh my! Oh, that's what you graduated. The 10th Circle, Part 1, Suffer the Little Children. Writers John Byrne and Chris Claremont. Penciler John Byrne. Inker Jerry Ordway. Colorist David Barron. Letterer Tom Wojciechowski. And editors Mike Carlin and Valerie Durazio.
Boy, did they have their work cut out for them.
Oh yeah, that's why we need two editors. Manitou Raven searches his new world for the source of a new evil he feels surfacing. Before he can do anything about it, however, he is smothered by rabid mystical bats. Don't you hate when that happens?
Put a feather in your cap.
For what?
Things that don't make sense.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. In Gotham's... Oh, Lord. Here we go. In Gotham City...
Batman, my favorite character,
helps the police in the investigation of a young girl whose body is found in an alley.
So I guess your New Year's resolution wasn't to be a better person? Okay, that's fine.
What?
You're still gonna torture Ray, that's fine.
But the audience loves it.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh please. He loves you. We give him enough free advertising. He can deal with a little Batman talk, alright? Talk about him.
He's such a sweet old man. Leave him alone.
That sweet old man playing with his deck. She appears to be originally from outside the neighborhood and one of the many missing children reported lately. But the first...
I mean, that's Gotham. Are we sure that she's not a Batman's ward tucked away in the man?
Oh, damn. But the first to turn up dead...
Yo, Jason Todd, that's me.
Nah, she died pretty quick. Yeah, I was going to say, he usually gets some mallet on him first. Oh my lord. Okay, not to get too far off topic, but did you read Batman Brave and the Bold this week?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I guess you probably read that 2-part Killer Moth story, which the second part was this week.
Yeah.
When Killer Moth has Jason or Tim and Damian, and because he's looking for the Robin, who got him over because they're like, which Robin? Did he wear short shorts? Yeah. And he hit me from behind with a metal pipe. Oh, Robin number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I love one of them. I forget it was Tim or Damian. They're like, yeah, take a number and get in line. There's a lot of guys wanting revenge on that guy.
I love when they can lean into the ridiculousness that is the quote unquote legacy of the Robin.
Especially Jason, yes. Like, oh yeah, that guy's a dick. That guy's a dick, eh?
Not to be confused with the actual dick.
Oh yeah. Oh, was it that the cover to Nightwing this week where you're saying he has no butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Kristen. I said, yeah, Lil's been complaining that Dick doesn't have a butt anymore, and the new artist has. I'm like, I think it's his cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it together for the girls' riot.
Yeah, there's some good. There was a good variant cover too for that one. So, meanwhile, in Metropolis, Superman is taking a quick sweep through the city when he comes upon a group of back alley teenagers.
Was that like a reference to Backstreet Boys? I can't tell.
Bye.
Ooh, wrong band.
I know. He comes down for a closer look when he is suddenly attacked by a monosyllabical brute in a purple robe named Grunt. Can only speak in monosyllables and grunts. So this is one of Lilith's ex-boyfriends.
Could be.
They engage, but a young girl with the power to apparently control minds stops Superman and turns him into a mindless slave. The children rush onto the van and speed off with Superman.
This is
I know,
not looking good so far, but
no. The Flash reports to the Watchtower after investigating a missing girl in Central City, but only to discover a strange symbol drawn on a piece of paper. Ooh, paper.
Don't worry, kids. If you're lost and confused, so are we.
Yes. And then there's these figures in the shadows. The Doom Patrol bicker about fighting to get into the fray of superheroics involving the missing children, but the Chief forbids them from doing so.
Can we talk about how the Chief is just the better version of Xavier and Doom Patrol is the better version of...
Oh, yeah. They're definitely, mirrors of each other. But this story...
And they came out, just within months of each other. I'm just saying.
But it's even weirder in this story. It's like they're writing them like the Doom Patrol is like just showing up for the first time in this story.
Yeah, I was so confused. I'm like, you do know they've been around for a few... Okay.
I mean, I guess they're trying to do a reboot because I think Byrne was doing right after this a Doom Patrol series, but it's because at first I was like, wait a minute, is this like a flashback story? But I was like, oh no, Manitou Raven, and then Dawn's in here. I'm like, no, this is current JLA. But I was like, okay, why do they act like the Doom Patrol is brand new? All right.
It is a little niche and a bit of a deep cut. I ain't gonna lie though.
Yeah, but there've been several iterations of the Doom Patrol. They've interacted with the DC universe.
Yeah, that's what threw me for a loop.
Yeah, Byrne loves to do a reboot, but it's just like, okay.
Talk about somebody who loves to put their stamp on everything they touch, for better or for worse.
Yeah, they're mushroom stamp. But no, I mean, again,
there could be worse things, Phil.
I know.
You could get a Zeb Welly all over.
No, I'm like, even if they had some in-story excuse, like a magic spell or some temporal BS, it's like, so the world forgets the Doom Patrol. I'd be like, okay, fine, but no explanation. It's like, oh yeah, they're brand new. You would think between Byrne and Claremont they could come up with an in-story reason.
They didn't have 5 years to come up with the in-story. They didn't have 5 years to devote to the end reason. They're on a secret island.
This is an X-Men. They didn't have five years to play with it. Yeah,
exactly.
Wonder Woman and the Martian Manhunter head out to find Manitou in the desert, but all that is left of him is his seeing stones. Wonder Woman acquires them and returns to the Watchtower so that the Atom can examine them.
Ugh, I hate the Atom in the Justice League.
Why?
Just a waste. It could have been any other person.
But the Dr. Pym of it all.
That's exactly my thing. Except for he definitely ain't giving nobody the backhand. Ray Palmer's a chump.
Well, yeah, I let his wife kill Sue Dibney. Come on.
Exactly.
All right. Outside of Metropolis, the armored van pulls up outside of a mansion. The children exit along with Superman and are greeted by the Crucifer, a vampire, not Lucifer, Crucifer with a C, kids. He is pleased to see the...
I don't know what is.
What?
If this ain't somebody smoking a hell of a doobie,
I know.
I don't know what it is.
I know. I'm just like, wow. It's just like a...
We do this unscripted, folks. This is all improv.
Smoked a doobie.
We need that for Salty and Petty. You're going to have to put that on the Salty and Petty.
What, the improv?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Also, allegedly in satire and parody.
He is pleased to see the mindless Superman that he turns the Man of Steel into a vampire in order to ensure his eternal servitude.
Are we going to talk about the logistics of this, or are we just going to let that
What,
go?
the Superman thing? Yeah. I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm like...
First of all, your fangs are strong enough? Really? Oh.
Well, I get that he could pierce him if there's a mystical component. Yes, he could pierce Superman's skin. But the guys they walk...
But vampires aren't technically mystical in the DC universe.
Yeah, I mean, I was willing to let that go. But meanwhile, okay, let's get into the logistics of a vampire basically biting into a solar battery.
Exactly.
And I think there's been stories that have dealt with this where it's like, I think Jeff Loeb did one. I think Jeff Loeb did one around this time where it's like, yeah, I think it was like Dracula or something. Actually, yeah, got through Superman, but the minute he hit that blood, he went up in smoke.
He's an alien vampire. Moving on. Yeah, it's just a mess.
I know. I was just like...
Those mushrooms at its finest, bro.
I'm like, okay, yeah. Isn't every cell in Superman's body charged with solar energy?
Guess not today.
Oh, geez. Not today. Not today, Crucifer.
Listen, John Byrne wanted to have his fetish. Let him have his fetish. He definitely believes that Superman is a power bottom. So.
Oh, damn. I was gonna
see the cover of 95. Come on, it looks like a helpless damsel.
Oh my! I was gonna say there weren't that many hot chicks in this, but I guess Superman was his hot chick this time. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any other thoughts on this one, or should we get to 95?
Let's just get to 95.
Yes. You know what? We dragged this out doing 2 at a time so we get multiple episodes, but I think it's better we do 2 at a time because can you imagine?
It's a lot of crazy crap that happens.
Can you imagine trying to do this whole thing at once? Yeah.
I'm still not drinking just yet, so I'm thankful for the 2 at a time.
I don't want to damage your psyche or any of the people listening to this.
The younger, impressionable listeners/viewers. So you had to be there kind of time.
The impressionable young people, or like even like those
the sweet old men that listen.
Sweet old men like Ray, yes. All right. So part 2, JLA number 95 from May 2004. The 10th Circle, part 2, The Enemy Within.
You're telling me, brother.
Hey-o. All right, same team.
Anybody that brings up Negative Man, I got beef with.
Well, they're doing Doom Patrol. Come on.
I know.
Superman is under the control of the Crucifer and the rest of the Justice League.
The worst villain name ever,
I
possibly.
know. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, why did you just call him
I
that?
want the thug and rod on Crucifier.
I'm like, no, Crucifer. I'm just like,
bro.
Why didn't you just let him call himself Lucifer? You know? It's like...
Well, because we have a Lucifer, actual proper Lucifer.
True.
But they could have went with the Crucifier, not Crucifer. I don't know.
I mean, God, it's as lazy as like, oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is the Bevel. Superman is under the control of the Crucifer, and the rest of the Justice League are on the lookout for missing children. Green Lantern John Stewart finds a group of
I, of course, love John Stewart.
Of course you do. Finds a group of back alley kids being loaded into a van by more purple-robed henchmen of the Crucifer.
Purple robes. It sounds like this belongs in a Marvel book.
Purple robes. They manage to get away, and before Green Lantern can give chase, the Doom Patrol intervene and reveal that they are planning a sting operation before Green Lantern intervenes. Negative Man chases after the van while Green Lantern retreats to the Watchtower. And again, they do this thing where, John Stewart's like barely able to, fight off that psychic control that Superman couldn't fight off. I'm like, And I get it. I'm like, okay, Jon Stewart's a Green Lantern, willpower, he can fight it off. But I'm like, shouldn't Superman have almost that kind of willpower too?
No, his lust for Lois Lane has disturbed that. I'll headcanon that.
Well, he's married at this point, so it's like...
I know. It's a lust factor.
Lilith said marriage has ruined him.
This time around.
Oh!
I gotta get why they got rid of the marriage for this one and kind of had to rejudge it. I totally get it.
What?
This particular, their dynamics a little off right now in this particular current era that we're talking about.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Is that the whole thing where Parasite takes her place and stuff? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's why his willpower's low. He hasn't been getting any. Yeah.
Exactly. Fun times in the early 2000s.
Again, anything that's stuck, man. Let's throw it all at the wall and see what sticks.
Poop sticks best, I guess.
Oh. Oh my God! Can you imagine if we did a show just covering all like bad stuff and be like,
I mean, aren't we? Is that what we do?
Let's see what sticks. No, sometimes we do good stuff. All right. Later at the Watchtower, the League convene and discuss their investigation. Wonder Woman reveals the symbol found by the Flash is actually the symbol of the 10th Circle, an ancient cult of vampires that battled the Amazons thousands of years ago. At the same time, the Atom battles mysterious magical antibodies within Manito's seeing stones.
Boo!
Well, you know what they say, don't touch another man's stones.
Exactly. Keep your hands to yourself.
Okay, Wonder Woman fan, how do you feel about ancient vampires fighting Amazons?
I mean, for the Amazons, that makes sense. Everybody else, not so much. Like, they could have kept that on their mascara. Thea's mascara.
That's right. I don't know. I mean, I guess the vampires must be pretty powerful, but I'm like, shouldn't the Amazons made short work of them?
I mean, because it's a different kind of mystical element. Like I said, I get it.
Okay. Superman returns to the Crucifer's castle with Faith. Oh, yes, they sent him out to get Faith because you have to
have a little faith.
Faith.
R.I.P. George Michael.
Then the vampire sends Superman back to the Watchtower to sabotage his teammates' efforts to find the missing children. Wonder Woman shows Superman the scrolls that the legend of the vampire cult is printed on, and when Wonder Woman's back is turned, he burns the scrolls up with his heat vision. And isn't it like earlier in this issue, they're like, oh, Superman's been missing, that's a big point of concern. But then he shows up at the Watchtower, and they're like, oh, hey, what's up?
Batman wasn't there, so it's fine.
I guess. But shouldn't Wonder Woman have been like, hey, where the hell are you?
She's a little too trusting sometimes, too. Her empathy gets the best of her sometimes.
In Gotham City, Batman discovers a detective defacing the crime scene where one of the missing girl's dead bodies was found. When Batman confronts him, the detective pulls out a gun and shoots him.
Oh, the irony.
Somebody's happy to see it. Somebody's happy to see that.
The Hard Master.
See, right? That's why you should listen to DC stuff every now and then. Good things do happen.
When Batman confronts him, the detective shoots him. Two purple-robed figures step out from the shadows and stand over the wounded Batman.
Like, this guy should love being a vampire. Look at him.
Just like Count Dracula. Come on. All right, Lilith. Thoughts? I can't afford coherent.
It's zany. It's John Byrne.
I mean, again, yeah, it's a weird vampire thing. While we're trying to reboot the Doom Patrol, it's like, what?
It's always a lot going on. If you know anything about early 2000s Justice League of America, if
you know about John Byrne,
always something.
Exactly. And again, it's so weird because like Dawn and Manito Raven are in here, and like I think Joe Kelly brought them in, and like they're interrupted Joe Kelly's run. Like Joe Kelly comes back with 100. It's like, okay,
yeah, it's like, what's going on?
Can you imagine just being like, oh yeah, we're gonna interrupt you're gonna give Byrne and Claremont 6 of your issues, really?
Gee, thanks.
I mean, unless he needed a break to do, he was working on something else, but
maybe. But I just feel like back in the day, they would just do whatever they wanted.
I know, and again, like
John Byrne and Claremont's like, we got an idea for you, boys.
hey, we need to promote this Doom Patrol book we're gonna do. Oh yeah, take Justice. How many issues of Justice League you need? 6. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like it didn't get the hype that they thought it was gonna get. Because who knows who talks and who knows about this story today? Us.
Yeah, basically. I was surprised you picked this one, quite honestly.
Well, there wasn't a lot of Byrne Justice League to choose from, Lilith.
We could have stretched it. I mean, I know it's like JLA, JSA, but that kind of like encompasses the individual heroes too sometimes.
Oh, yeah. But again, there really wasn't.
We already did the Superman stuff for the most part. So.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I forgot. We could have done some Wonder Woman.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
This is a perfectly fine pick.
Okay.
Because I think the Wonder Woman stuff's technically, in my opinion, more outrageous.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't read all of it, so yeah, okay.
I mean, John Byrne loves to get weird, especially with his female characters. So
well, duh.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah. And again, it's just weird here. It's not creepy weird like someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
it's just definitely somebody was having a mushroom trip and was like, hey, man, wouldn't it be cool if... it just does seem like it should be an actual part of like JLA. This feels like it should be like a mini series or just something. It just doesn't click to me.
True. It does seem like it should be like a 6-issue mini, but unless that was the plan, but then they were just like, nah, I'm just thinking in JLA.
Poor Joe Kelly.
I know.
He gets no respect.
Oh my god, just the haircut on Crucifer.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the best thing about this is the art.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you want to talk some new books? There was Justice League Unlimited #1. I don't know. I mean, it's Mark Waid, so I assumed you got it.
Yeah, definitely, I got it. Oh, yeah. No.
And the Adam's back to his shenanigans again. He's such a screw up. Like, it's just so embarrassing.
Mm.
It's like, why are you messing with the metahuman abilities? Like, why? Why would you do this?
But yeah, I mean, and then Mark Waid with King of the hey, remember this random obscure thing, Airwave? It's like, okay.
Well, Jeff Loeb's there too.
Yeah.
Those two are bouncing ideas like, hey, what about this? What about this? They both have like such that like encyclopedic knowledge and like love to do deep cuts and callbacks. So I think that this is gonna be definitely a fun book.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I know like with the Airwave thing, a lot of people online were saying, "Oh, cannon fodder."
Yeah.
But yeah, they must have been expecting good numbers, which I hope this book did, because they crowbarred that that preview of Hush 2 into the back of it.
Yeah.
Like, why would you?
But why though?
Why would you stick that in the Batman book? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this was I heard nothing but good things on social media about this one, so I agree.
Yes.
It's Mark Waid. I don't think there's really been anything. I mean, it took me a while to warm up to Impulse, but like the older I get, the more relevant it seems.
Oh yeah.
I think that's like the only thing that took me a while to warm up on Mark Waid.
Yeah, I was gonna say he caught me, when on his Flash run.
Yeah.
And his Captain America. Well, it's like I'm out.
Black Canary. I feel like we might have talked about this one already. Black Canary.
No, it came out this week. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Tom King. We were kind of like alluding to it if I was gonna read it. I did.
So, what you think?
I think Black Canary is an easier character to write than Wonder Woman. There's not a lot of expectation there anymore.
Yeah, and again, she's more.
But you're starting out your issue with Black Canary versus Lady Shiva, your very first issue. I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, I'm like, is he going to drag?
That should have been the penultimate, if not the ultimate issue. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, well, again, it's Tom King jumping around like he always does,
But that's crazy.
I know.
Come out the gate with that? That's crazy.
Well, just the way he jumps around, I'm like, are we going to drag this match out through every issue?
I feel like that's what we're doing.
That seems like it.
I
yeah,
hope not.
I know.
Like, it's an interesting premise, but it's a $5 book.
Yeah.
It's like, babes, people aren't that interested in Black Canary to be paying $5
at
least
least
all this with her.
Yeah, at least he gave us the reason why she agreed to this fight, because I was like, Black Canary wouldn't agree to this fight unless there was something else involved, and there is. So I was like, okay, at least he gave us a reason for it instead of just like ego or whatever.
Like, he does mystery pretty well, but like he does jump around and drag things out. Like, I prefer a linear kind of storytelling sometimes, it gives me a headache sometimes.
Yeah. And again, if you want to do that, in a 1 or 2 stories, fine. But he does it every damn story.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best. I didn't really see a lot of people actually talking about this story, but the people that did seem to enjoy it. But they said that he better not drag it out.
Yeah.
So I heard somebody comment like, "Oh, this feels like the Tyson and freaking Logan Paul."
Oh no, is it going to be rigged?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Phil, and I hope so. I mean, I hope not, but because again,
I did like Ryan Sook's art though. So
yeah, the art's good. The art's really good on this. No, I was gonna say, what are the possible outcomes? We're gonna have her defeat Lady Shiva, or if Lady Shiva just beats the crap out of her, it's just like, ew.
Well, technically, she is like the best female fighter, and that's including Wonder Woman. And like in canon, I mean, whatever canon we're on, probably not, but like, not too distant canon, she was actually the best fighter and could take on Batman, so she should be able to wipe the floor with Lady Shiva.
True.
I mean, my Black Canary, the Black Canary I know and love, could kick Lady Shiva's ass. I don't know about Tom King's Black Canary.
Is she?
So we'll just have to keep an eye on that.
Is she better than Cass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Let me think. The last time they actually even made mention of it, I don't think Cass was. Well, no. They kind of brought it up in No Man's Land. I'm trying to think.
So I know at one point, weren't they just like, yeah, Cass could probably beat Batman,
Yeah, but when's the last time they actually said that?
Yeah, I know.
We're on Bat God territory, but I don't know. I think maybe that should have been the matchup: Black Canary versus Cass.
Yeah,
she was kind of old hat at this point.
Yeah, but
you kind of have to.
But they're on Birds of Prey now, and they're friends, so it's like there's not really a big threat there,
Or unless she gets mind controlled.
Well, true.
Even Cass has she really has a defense against all that. Cass, maybe he can be under the cow. Maybe Bruce needs to take a vacation. She can take a turn under the cow.
Well, I mean, they've built Lady Shiva up into the Boogie Woman, where it's like, oh yeah, if you don't get in a fight with her, or else you're dead.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, he did name the book Best of the Best, so that right there has got a lot going on, a lot of pressure. So hope he can live up to it.
And how did you feel about? I think isn't that like a newer twist, like bringing the mother back in the continuity?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It depends on how they handle it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be worse than the Black Canary legacy on the Arrow show in the CW verse. So, What a fucking mess.
Because I was like, didn't I'm trying to remember.
Did the dead? It was basically Uncle Ben territory where she was going to stay dead forever. We'll never mention it. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, did Ollie still fuck her or what?
Whoa! Well, no, that's when it was Earth 1 or Earth 2's the shenanigans.
I know, I'm just
yeah. Although I wouldn't put it past Oliver.
That's what I'm saying.
All I saw was the wig. I thought it was you.
Is that all I am to you? Blonde hair and boobs. Do you want me to answer that?
No, it is Oliver.
Exactly. Oliver's grown. Let's not. Only I can give Oliver guff like that. Okay. Nobody else.
I mean, it's like.
He's grown as a person. So.
Oh, well, all of our characters are grown. None of them are banging teenagers anymore. Oliver, Hal Jordan, none of them. Sorry, Will.
Had to be said.
Sure, he's sitting at home now going, ooh, what was that?
Oh, speaking of Oliver, Green Arrow number 18 came out too.
Yes.
Chris kind of work cut out for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lot to live up to after the absolute all-in stuff. So.
Yeah, but I think like a lot of us been clamoring for street level again. So I mean, that's a step in the right direction.
Please. Yeah, he delivered on that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're dealing with drugs and murder and serial killers. I kind of like it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here to see what he's going to do with that. Yeah.
I mean, it is a hard reset though, like Whiplash type stuff. But...
Yeah, but it's like, how do you go from all that absolute power, cosmic stuff to street level?
And they didn't renumber, so it was kind of like, I know a lot of people are probably thrown for a loop.
Although, you know what? I'm guaranteeing you sometime probably within the next 6 months or so, they are going to renumber a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. Because did you see? Yeah, because I guess when the Superman movie comes out, Superman's get renumbered to a number 1.
That's insane, though.
And everyone, I think a lot of people said that, and then the assumption is after Hush 2, Batman's going to get a number 1 again.
That's insane. They shouldn't do it.
because that's going to be around the same time. Hush 2 is going to end around the time they're going to renumber Superman. So Batman and Superman are probably going to get nice, shiny new number ones.
They're never going to get another 1,000-issue book ever again.
No, just action and detective and it.
Yeah, stupid.
Because
whatever.
Because that's what me and Kristen were talking about. I said, Nightwing just had 120. I was like, do you really? I'm like, don't be surprised if Nightwing gets renumbered because they'll let Batman and Superman go to number 1 again, and then let Nightwing keep that high numbering. I don't think so.
They need to just leave it alone.
Yeah, I don't know why they can't get it through their heads.
I thought that they were learning their lesson, and then boom.
It's not bringing in any new readers, and it's just like.
It actually lowers the value. So the higher the volume number, the lower the value of the number 1. So it's not even for like comic book collectors.
And it confuses people. It's like, oh, I got Green Arrow number 1. Yeah, which one?
Yeah, literally though.
Yeah. Again, if you want to every time a new guy comes on, or guy or woman comes on to write a book, and you want to do a volume 1 of whatever trade, fine. But
yeah. It's a mess over there.
I know.
I do want to mention that Absolute Wonder Woman number 2 came out.
Yes, my friend of the show, Kelly Thompson. Yes.
Still just as great as the first one.
All right, and as a big, huge Wonder Woman fan, how did you feel about the Steve Trevor introduction here?
Oh, he's a sweet old man. Bless his heart.
Who's he, Ray?
Steve, you know what I mean?
What?
Steve is Steve. No matter what universe, Steve is Steve.
A nice old man like Ray.
What the F?
I'm glad that we kind of take a break from fighting like big monsters, and we kind of have time for Steve a little bit.
We get the Steve Trevor thing, and I love Wonder Woman getting basically in the General's face or whatever he was. Yeah, basically.
Honestly, I don't know how many people actually remember or even know about the actual New 52 plan that was the initial New 52 plan for Wonder Woman. This actually that they kind of scrapped, unfortunately, and that's why we got that mess that we got. But this kind of reminds me of the plans that they originally had for that.
What's that?
When New 52 happened, you remember how I just absolutely hated Wonder Woman? They had a better plan for her, I think is why I ended up. And this kind of feels vaguely reminiscent, the Steve particular thing that they did. Kind of things that I was hearing about what they were going to do, and then they eventually scrapped it. So I don't know. I wonder if somebody whispered in Kelly's ear, like, "Hey, you want to know a good idea that I heard?"
Or she had just heard it somewhere and was like,
yeah.
But
no, I like this book. I want this to be the main continuity for Wonder Woman. This is where I'm not going to complain about it being a $5 book because it's worth every penny.
Oh yeah,
so good from front to back.
Story great, art great. Yeah. If you're any kind of Wonder Woman fan, or if you want to get on the ground floor of Wonder Woman, pick that up.
I mean, come on. Wonder Woman is now Princess of Hell. We have so much in common.
Yeah.
How could I not love it?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you want a more metal Wonder Woman, pick this up.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember, did I ask Kelly? I'm like, I want her soundtrack while she's writing this thing. I'm just like,
I'm sure she'll email it to you.
And did you pick up Power Girl?
Of course.
Yeah. So more.
Poor Power Girl.
We get the origin of Ejecta.
Yeah, it's like, babes, I don't care. I care about Power Girl, nobody else. I don't know how to tell you.
Well, I mean, you bring in a character, I guess I got to do the origin, but it basically.
I mean, I felt like we were actually getting somewhere with Power Girl, and I just feel like this is an interruption.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because this isn't the first one either, because we did that. We did the other. With her friend Lilith.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so it's weird. It's like this is classic super family people problems. Like they always want to they just get an urge to give you side characters for no reason when you're in the middle of something really important, developing the character. It happens every time. Mm-hmm. Kind of weird. I don't know if that's just I don't know. But Ejecta can go. She can eject it to the moon.
Oh.
Get her out of there.
I know. Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
She looks like her Jim and the Holograms reject. Love the art, love the character design. But I'm just saying, definitely giving Jim and the Holograms. She has red and gold. She cannot possibly be a hero.
And speaking of super people problems, did you read Action Comics?
Oh boy,
1077.
I did. What are we? I'm hurting. The Phantom Zone is just first of all, Monel, God, it's just so punchable.
I think this is Mark Waid setting up the new rules for the Phantom Zone, and and again we got.
I like the Phantom Zone so zany though.
What?
Like it's like, to me, it's an essential part of the mythos of the Superman mythos and everything, but it's so zany.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is like a comedic departure. Like we were getting kind of heavy, so let's do something funny.
I just wonder too. It's because we got that time travel thing back to Krypton and stuff. And then this stuff with the Phantom Zone. I wonder if we're like, if Mark Waid's setting it up to look like, are we going to get something about like stuff with this stuff in the movie and stuff? So
I definitely think we are.
Yeah.
If we're going back to the classic like reboot origin story, we almost have to touch on all that stuff just a little bit.
Although I thought I heard somewhere that James Gunn said something like, yeah, we're not doing like origin story, especially like for Superman, Batman. We're not doing like origin stories, so.
It's gonna be in there.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get a quick flash or two, but I don't think.
Because let's be real, the original Superman really didn't touch on it much either. Yeah. Christopher Reeves.
You did get that scene, that.
You get a scene, but like not like in depth. We're not asking for like 10 seasons like Smallville. I think that some of this stuff's definitely going to be relevant.
But I just feel like James Gunn's not even do as an intricate
if he
origin
Crypto,
as that.
he kind of actually probably will touch on. Because Crypto's zany and kooky.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna show the dog getting put in there with him.
Or maybe. Well, technically, depending on the continuity, Crypto came in his own ship too.
Yeah, 20 ships got launched from Krypton. Yeah, Kal-El.
Listen,
Kara.
I totally get the need to want to clean up the super family's mythos. He's the last in the Krypton, but not really. But it's like Batman's a loner, but he's got like 30,000 sidekicks. It's irony. Okay.
We'll see if Gunn's brave enough to do the super monkey.
Don't put that into the atmosphere, please. Although we could always use a Detective Chimp cartoon.
That would make sense why you have a talking Detective Chimp.
Yeah. It's weird and wacky. I love when we get into like the weird like old throwback stuff with Superman. Like I'm a Golden Age girly, and Golden Age just means ridiculousness ensues. So
exactly.
Another place where I won't complain about it being a $4.99 book, but DC, don't let this be your main price. You need to keep it at $3.99 if you can.
Hey, well, you're just killing me too with like the weekly stuff. I'm like, I'm enjoying it, but man,
really, like race to 2,000, I guess.
You mean 1,100?
No, I said what I
said. You know what? I wonder what. They're not gonna get there before Detective, but if they want action to get that to 1,100 close to when Detective does.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because they reached 1,000 together pretty seamlessly.
Mm. And I think what is this? This was like issue 8 of like Mark's story. I think I guess maybe he wasn't like, I don't want to take a year to tell this story.
Yeah, I think nowadays people just lose steam on stuff, so it's better to just. If you can, just strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
Although I think Superman story better this week.
What?
I think I like the Superman story. Superman number 20 this week.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I like Time Trapper.
Oh, the new Time Trapper, eh?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Okay. Yeah.
I felt it was kind of like slow at first, but this number 20 was pretty action packed. Mm-hmm. It's got Superwoman. I don't know. I like it. I liked it. It's like a fun story.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're gonna do Doomsday, like actually make him feel like a threat and all that stuff. So like they're kind of building up to it, and I don't know. They got like a lot of the super family in here too as well, and I don't know. I kind of appreciate it. Although this definitely could have been a $3.99 book.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna have action at $4.99, you need to have Superman at $3.99.
Yeah, especially because action has a backup story too and everything.
Exactly. Yeah. That's my only like caveat for Superman.
No, I liked it too. Yeah, I like the whole Lois thing. How she can see, experience things. See how Clark deals with stuff. Yeah,
I kind of like those stories, whether it was live action or comics, where she gets to like be in his shoes for a day, and it really puts things in perspective for her. Mm-hmm. I think that's important for her to maintain.
Exactly,
because it's a lot on Superman's shoulders,
Exactly.
Although it was be kind of a bigger week than I was expecting.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I think the next couple weeks are probably going to be big because they're probably going to try to put out as much as they can before the Christmas week.
Yeah.
So strap.
Oh, spoilers! Pre-recorded.
Yes. Yeah.
If you couldn't tell, pre-recorded.
Yes.
Sorry about that, kids.
Yes, kids. We are recording early. Yes, because
December's just not the month for Lilith.
no,
Very, very busy.
Again, I think Lilith is available.
It's my birth miss.
Lilith is available. What? Maybe 4 days in December. So.
Yeah, like 5 or 6.
Yeah, but so yeah.
But yeah, early December, forget it.
But don't worry, probably by like next episode or so, yeah, we'll be more current. So
yeah.
Oh, that's the other reason why we're saying, oh, new books. And meanwhile, it's books that came out a month ago, kid.
Books new to us.
Yes. We're time travelers, see?
Exactly.
All right, Miss Hill.
Well, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Your homework, do some shameless plugs and self-promotion.
Gave the crazy burn crap, and then we, yeah.
I mean, it's just 3 and 4. We're continuing this zany story, kids.
Covered new DOS issues. Yes, yeah. But no, thank you. I did want to cover Justice League and stuff. Yeah. Because again, it's been a while since we had a Justice League.
Yeah, I know.
Well, again, I think we were waiting to get
it's still not quite the Justice League that I would want. Adam's there.
Well, I mean, just from this first issue, it almost seems like, I don't know, depending on the mission, I mean, that roster is going to be changing a lot.
The Unlimited is implied that it's not a fixed roster. So
I think it's basically going to be Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman, and then whoever.
Yeah.
Once I told,
although that's not the ones that I would even want as the main fixtures, honestly.
Yeah, true. Again, it's like I said, it's such a catch-22 because it's like, yeah, they all have their own monthly stuff, so it's like you want to give the spotlight to other members, but it's like, well, a lot of people are coming.
I do want more of a Super 7 vibe. Too,
yes.
So.
Yeah.
I think you do have to start with the Trinity and have them build relationships with everybody else for it to be like a more permanent.
That's what I was
roster.
Thinking. First arc, and they should have. I don't know. Maybe should have did the big 7, and then
maybe the next arc. I mean, I'm not in a rush for the big 7, but like I'm always like, because honestly, most of my life I haven't had the big 7 in comics. That's the craziest. Justice League. So,
well, I'm
always like for it.
A lot of people haven't, because again, it's like after Crisis, you didn't get the 7 until Grant Morrison.
Yeah,
in like the mid-90s.
So like it's nostalgic, but not really. It's just the idea of the nostalgia of it. I think maybe if that makes sense. And
I was excited. I saw Nightwing in a panel. I was like, "Oh, are we gonna get maybe a Nightwing for at least an issue or so?"
Makes sense. He's a lot more easy to work with than.
Well, and again, think about it. Say you don't want to put Batman in an issue, just sub in Nightwing.
Yeah.
That'd be just so funny if everyone was like, "Man,
not you, Cyborg. You've done enough."
Exactly. Oh my God,
you're back on the Titans where you belong. Finally.
I know. I want a story where Nightwing's in there for like an arc, and everyone's just like, "Man, you're a lot easier to work with than Batman."
I know. I feel like that's something Mark Waid.
Again, he said he likes writing Dick Grayson as like the third lead in that in World's Finest. So I'm thinking, I was like, well, he likes writing Dick as Robin. I could see him throwing Nightwing in there.
Yeah.
All right, kids. So yes, so send us your thoughts on the Byrne craziness. Send us your thoughts.
Everybody's gonna think you've been smoking a doobie for taking this John Byrne.
I know. And again,
what are you guys covering on Marvel Tales for John Byrne January?
We are some West Coast Avengers and some Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Like
we have a whole nother feed if you're not aware that does Marvel.
Capes and Lunatics. Yep. And we're going to be doing John Byrne on Spider-Cast and CW now.
The Daredevil podcast.
Now she does it. All right. So, but kids, send us your thoughts on the Byrne stuff. Send us on the issues we mentioned today. And again, we're pre-recording, so anything that comes out between now and when we come back, send us your thoughts on those new issues. So yes, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Again, doesn't just have to be the holidays. Every day is a good time to give Capes and Lunatics merch to everyone you know. Show them you love them and shows you love us by buying merch. All right. And speaking of buying our love, yes, Lilith Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
help support these fine twisted projects like John Byrne January. And, of course, the Patreon, where, again, Lilith and I give you uncensored, exclusive content. And if you are a Patreon member, you can suggest topics for discussion. So if you ever wanted to tell us what to do, send it. Come on, Ray. Now's your chance, man. Tell us what to say and what not to say. Come on the Patreon. Although I think Justin already requested maybe some Lilith Hellfire's time as a strip club DJ story. So
we'll see.
All right.
What tier did he purchase?
Oh, hey, if anyone, you'd be nice to Justin. He does a lot of the stuff you don't want to do. So
I know, doing the Lord's work.
You better keep that boy happy. All right, so subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and you can find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
And, of course, now you can find Lilith and myself and the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network on Blue Sky, among other places. But, yeah, that is the newest place, Blue Sky. So follow us there because, again, I'm pretty sure everyone's making a Blue Sky account now. So first thing, friend us. Nightwing PDP for me. Of course, Lilith Hellfire's Lilith Hellfire. And, of course, Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
John Byrne January, kids.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that. And kidnapping, too.
Oh, boy. And shooting characters.
The big 3.
Shooting characters. And mind control. Oh, my. All right. Thank you for joining us. Again, next time, part 2 of the 10th Circle. JLA 96 and 97. And new books. But again, send us your thoughts on new DC books so we can read them.
Well, Superman sucked Batman's blood. Find it.
Whoa! Thank God you said blood. All right, kids, come back next time. And remember...
Bloodsucker.
Oh, come get yourself some justice.
Unlimited justice. And it's outrageous.
2025 is going to be the same damn thing, kids.
More brutal and vicious than ever.
Same dick jokes.